On the 25th of January 2023, Xbox and Bethesda held their first Developer Direct showcase, where they showed new games coming from their flagship studios in their attempt of a mini E3/Nintendo Direct. At the beginning, they redacted one of the games, as it was going to be the big surprise for anybody who stayed and watched the whole showcase. A little bit cheeky there, Bethesda, but I'll play ball. After watching them talk about the bigger titles, Minecraft, Elder Scrolls Online, Forza Motorsport, they finally showed us what they had hidden from the very start, a new IP from the studio behind The Evil Within. The game they announced was HIFI RUSH, a 3D rhythm action platformer with a cel-shaded anime art style and a combat system that focused on performing attacks to a consistent beat. All of this looked fine and dandy, but then the real twist began. It was available now. At the time, I didn't even know the game was released, as I didn't watch the Bethesda showcase live, since I was watching a bit of footy down at the local pub. I saw a trailer on Twitter afterwards though, and thought it looked quite cool, but it took me to chatting to a friend afterwards, and them telling me that the game was already released, for me to actually find out about it. At this time of writing, I've now played roughly 5 hours of the game, and I absolutely love it. The style looks great, the combat system is fun, with the combos designed around staying on the beat, which makes it a lot easier to follow than the button bashing mayhem I tend to do in any other Devil May beat 'em up type game. I'm on board with the wacky story they're guiding me through, and if people are interested, I will do a full review, but that's not the video we're doing today. What I can't wrap my head around is that Bethesda, as their publisher, would decide to take a new IP like this, not give it any marketing before launch, and then drop it the day of the announcement on Game Pass. The reason this is stuck in my head so much isn't that this is wrong and people should follow a strict guideline on how to market and sell their games, but it's because it has me asking the same question to myself. Did it actually work? For anyone who doesn't follow marketing in games development, which is a lot of sane, ordinary, good, upstanding people, games tend to follow a slower and longer paced marketing strategy. They announce a game, get people familiar with the IP, and normally take up to a year or more of posting small marketing trailers, sneak peeks, couple of GIFs, couple of posts, before really pushing the marketing budget coming up to the final month and coming up to its release. If you've ever seen a George Clooney Ticket to Paradise poster on the side of a bus, you've seen this strategy before, because in some cases it can really escalate out of control into this weird, like, seeing the same George Clooney face everywhere you go. Like it's a They Live horror type of show. Good riffing, Tom. This strategy is common in both film and in games, and the main goal of it is just to drive as much excitement as possible before the actual release. With HIFI RUSH, we didn't get any of that. Even if you go to the developer's Twitter, they spent the past month retweeting Ghostwire Tokyo posts and just staying dead silent on anything to do with HIFI RUSH, which seems like madness. But even without traditional marketing strategies, HIFI RUSH is going gangbusters. HIFI RUSH currently places in number 8 in top sellers on Steam, with almost 2,000 positive reviews and 5,000 concurrent players. And that doesn't even include everyone who's playing it on Game Pass. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. I agree, Dave. Yes, it is a bold strategy for a game studio to risk doing no marketing in their lead up to their new release, and to just hope that one surprise announcement and immediate launch on Bethesda's Direct showcase is going to pay off. This is putting a lot of pressure not only on Bethesda for this to pull off, but the people watching the show to actually be interested and to pick up the game and not just forget about it like every other game that gets shown. Examples of these types of drops can also be found outside of the games industry. Ones that come to mind are Beyonce dropping banger albums out of nowhere, like I drop ad reads, like today's sponsor, Good Looks, go and look your good, and Cloverfield Paradox's Super Bowl ad, which had the catchy release date of tonight for all the Super Bowl attendees to watch once they got home after seeing man run with the ball for a day. Nothing like a bit of footy though. I'm happy to see that the game is doing well on its launch weekend and that the reviews are so positive. So I'm sure in their eyes the risk has definitely paid off, and I recommend anybody who hasn't played it to definitely give it a go. I am curious to see how publishers take this type of success into account in the future. Will more studios try this day one drop strategy? Would HIFI RUSH have done better if we were given a concept or a teaser trailer? Or did the mystery of a cool beat 'em up immediately dropping on Game Pass seduce us into giving it a go? Let me know what you think about HIFI RUSH and Bethesda's day one drop in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this, check out some of my other videos. Thank you.